Hey guys, and welcome to the channel. Now, something I'm asked all the time is Zemore. Do you ever wish that you were a phantom haunting a house and draining the life force out of everybody who dared enter? First off, rude. Second off, totally, 100%. If you ask my wife, she says I already do that with our current house. But yeah, Deck of Haunts. This is the game we're talking about today. Really fun, roguelike, card related, and I suppose house management simulator. It's a really interesting game, and we're going to talk about that today. Now, the next thing we talk about is the Deck of Haunts. As you progress through the game, you will gain access to more cards, and you'll be able to upgrade your deck. The deck has loads of different abilities that range from being able to draw more cards, to draining enemy sanity, to basically killing them. There's one that I really like where you literally drop a bell from the bell tower room and it kills pretty much everybody in the room unless they've got insane HP. And there's loads of different cards that do a lot of different things. Like you can pick one specific human and tell them, well, to go to another room, or another one that just flat out teleports them to another room. There's lots of different effects, and I'm not really going to go into each individual card because that would be insanity. And that's where the basic gameplay loop now applies. Essentially, you start off on night one, where your house is rather basic, and from there, you will each turn use your cards that you draw, and you only have a set amount of AP to use, so you have to use specific ones really wisely and think about it really strategically. And you kill off and pick off the humans each night. When you kill them, you gain points. When you drive them insane, you also gain points. And then at the end of the night, you will then, once you've eliminated everybody, you will use these points to either expand your house, change it, add more rooms, and basically make it more convoluted so that people can't get to your heart room as easily, or you can control how quickly they get there or what routes they take. But on top of this, you also unlock different cards, upgrades to cards, rooms, and it's very roguelike. It's random what you're going to unlock on any given night to an extent. I think after X amount of nights, you're guaranteed to unlock things, but it's never 100% what you're going to get. The cards that you have available, the rooms you have available, your upgrades, when it allows you to upgrade, that's kind of basic. Like you can choose what you want to upgrade, but it adds a lot of different ways to play through this game. And the fact is, you're never always going to get the exact deck you want. You're never always going to get the exact type of cards you want. But it does give you a lot of options, and you can kind of pick and choose different paths and kind of make the house and your deck your own and formulate different strategies and do different things. And it's really interesting. I find it incredibly enjoyable. It is, as I said, a kind of game that you can pick up and put down quite happily and then go back to. And there's a lot of replayability to it because every night is different. The eight types of enemies that come in are different, and they can range from, for example, you get like regular people, priests, police officers, cultists, and masons, and they all act in slightly different ways. Like for example, the policemen will shoot locked doors out and just burst through it. They also move faster than other enemies, so they tend to have to force you to prioritize them if they're getting too close to your heart room. The masons, when they get to your heart room, will do a ritual which will continuously damage the heart. So it isn't just a case of if they get there, they do one damage. It's they will do continuous damage. So you need to like prioritize them if they're getting too close. There's a lot of different things that you can do, and it is a really fun little game. It reminds me of, oh god, I'm trying to remember the name of the deck card game that's in a tower. It'll come to me at some point. Leave that down in the comments below. But it is an incredibly fun game, and it only came out, I want to say, in May or March this year. May this year. And I hadn't heard of it at all. Like, this is the first I'm hearing of it. Like, was me finding it and deciding to play it. So I would heavily recommend that you give it some love, because it's relatively cheap. It's on offer at the moment. It's only down to 12.56, but it's only like £16 normally. And for what I've got out of it so far, I'm incredibly happy. And it does say that there's going to be more free content drops coming. So yeah, I definitely think this is going to be an incredibly fun game, and I'd love to see where it goes with it. Now, before I go into the graphics and things like that, I did want to say that there is a different game mode as well. Like, the first game mode is just survive 28 nights, and then you can just unlimitedly play after that point. But there is also like a nightmare mode where it is deliberately harder, and harder to get through, and then it goes into Nightmare 2, and then kind of continues from there. So there's lots of different things you can do with that as well. So there is multiple game modes, and as I said, they are intended to add more content in the future. Now, I think I'd be remiss without talking about graphics and soundtrack and things like that. Now, the music in this game is pretty basic. I haven't really noticed any real other music playing in the background. It is like immersive for what it is. It is the kind of game that like, it sounds like it should. It's very spooky and like, ooh, Dracula's coming kind of thing. And the sound effects are quite cool. Like, it's really satisfying to hear people's souls leave their bodies, or them, get crushed to death by a bell falling from a tower. So sound-wise, it is quite good. In terms of graphics, it's quite basic. It's not like the most graphically intensive game in the world, but the way that the rooms change and the way that the little individual characters walk around, it's detailed enough that I find quite a lot of enjoyment in it. The card art is absolutely fantastic. I love all the cards that are in this game. They're very horror tarot cardy type cards. So I think there is a lot that can be done with this game, and if they continue with what they're doing, I think we're in for a real treat for certain. So yeah, I really, really, really enjoyed this game, and I would heavily recommend that you pick it up if you're interested in roguelike, deck building, base building style games. Something that's a little bit of fun, doesn't take itself too seriously, and you can put down and pick up at your own whim. The kind of thing that you would play mindlessly for hours and just come up with cool little combos and do little things. So yeah, 100% a great game. Gaming these days feels like it takes itself too seriously, and you need like a lifelong commitment to get any value out of some games. I didn't feel that with this, and I will probably be playing a lot of it in the near future, and probably in the far-flung future. Anyway, guys, if you've enjoyed today's video, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.